Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So Wemby has responded to the moment between him and Draymond Green last night. You could see it brewing. Wemby was making some spectacular plays. That block on Jimmy Butler late in the game was absolutely phenomenal. But they ran into Chef Curry, who was at his peak performance. And this has been him over the last couple games versus them. Dropped 9 threes, 49 points. So they eked it out. And we're going to talk about DeAaron Fox a little bit later in this video. But the moment I'm talking about, the inbound play where you could see Wemby and Draymond, shoving a little bit. Then you see Wemby just roll off of Draymond, catches that oop with the left, finishes. Crowd goes wild. Now they wave off the basket, which I thought should have been good, but uh, they wave it off. But it had the crowd energized, and I feel like if that counted, maybe they eked that game out. But you could feel some of the life being sucked out of the building when they took this basket back. And Wemby was asked about was he trying to prove anything right there when he did that on Draymond. That's what he said.
You showed a lot of emotion against Draymond. Um, were you trying to prove something there? Not backing
No,
down.
no, no, no. No, just answering. I mean, it's not trying to prove anything to anybody. It's just, at some point, you just like anybody. I mean, for me at least, somebody speaks to you a certain way, you have to respond a certain way. That's just how it is.
Did you enjoy that moment when you're face to face with them? Like he seemed to be enjoying the competition of that moment.
They enjoy it. Good question. I don't know. I'm not enjoying the moment right now.
So when I hear Wemby say that, I think he didn't feel like he necessarily had nothing to prove to Draymond. He just wanted to send a message that, look, I'm here to stay. I've been in the weight room. I'm working out. The old tactics of just pushing me around, that's wearing off, right? I'm not as strong as I want to be yet, but that is starting to wear off because now I'm building my body. And, in a year or two, you're not going to be able to move me at all. And so I think it was that message and to show that he's just not a soft European. I'm not Rudy Gobert. You ain't gonna be choking me out and all that type stuff. I think it was that message being sent. Um, Me personally, I would like to see them add a player that is similar to Isaiah Stewart, and not necessarily all the extra stuff, but just someone who uh, is gonna step up for Wemby. I saw Jeremy Sohan do that, which is a perfect segue into what I want to talk about. His decision making sometimes, along with De'Aaron Fox, I just don't know long term if they are the players that's going to be on that team. But Sohan does do some good things defensively, so I'll hold out my judgment on him. It's just sometimes when he has the ball in his hands, his decision making, it's just a lot of head scratchers. Um, Very much different than some of the things I see Castle do as far as when he has high turnover games or he's not protecting the ball. I think, it's just reads and him still getting accustomed to, like, people don't think about it, but this is Castle's first year as the starter in the role, primarily handling the ball, especially prior to Fox coming back. But he's been comfortable a little bit more off the ball with Fox's return. I just like what I've seen in Dylan Harper so much. And Fox, we're going to listen to what Wemby thought about that last play with Darren Fox before I continue. Let's check it out.
Victor, how did you see things develop on that last play?
Um, for the intricacies of it, I would need to see a clip again. But we had two options that play. We went for one of them, and the fact that De'Aaron and myself were on the opposite sides of the court, and I'm saying for the other ones, I need to rewatch it to see how the other ones were placed. But I think he put the defense in a tough spot, and we trust De'Aaron with these kind of shots. the history has proven he's more than capable of making things happen this point in game. And I know the team trusts me as well to take the final shot.
When the ball left DeAaron's hand, did you feel like, did it look like it was going down?
I don't know, no, but I was going for a rebound. I was in good position for a rebound. Bounce the other way. You know, it's but we can turn that play in our heads again and again. This is not the reason we lost the game.
Now, some of you may think I'm referring to DeAaron Fox taking that final shot, not getting it to Wemby, which I would have loved to seen Wemby get an opportunity there. But I have no problem with Fox, the shot creator, getting off a good look in limited time at the end of the game. I'm more so not pleased with his decision making in the open court late in the game. He looked erratic. He looked scared. He looked like a thinking player rather than a reactionary player. Some of that could be him just returning from injury. So I don't want to get uh too critical of him. But some of those turnovers late, some of those dumb shots, uh, I wasn't a fan of because I'm looking at Fox to be the calming presence while Dylan Harper and Castle are still young. I don't need Fox making some of the same mistakes they're making. Not at this point. His value on this team would be that veteran calming presence who can change speeds, see the game. The game is really slow to him. The game can't be fast to you too. I got two young guards, who down the stretch, Castle could be a little turnover prone. Um, Dylan Harper's still figuring it out. He's out right now, but Dylan Harper, I love the way he knifes through the defense. I love his decision making, and I love all the finishes he has at the rim. But I thought Fox, if he was going to be a long term piece for this team, especially through Dylan Harper's rookie contract, because there's no rush to move him if you have Dylan for the next 3 or 4 years, right? You have to go with Dylan eventually, but that process may be sped up by what I've seen from Fox, in these two games, because these are the type of teams we want to see you uh, command the offense, you to settle everybody down in these Golden State games. We don't care, what you do against New Orleans and those type of teams. We need to see you be the guy who's ready for these because you've played the Warriors in the playoffs and went 7 games with them. So we would have wanted you to be that calming veteran, this all-star caliber that has that calming presence, and it doesn't seem like he's that. Seems like he's just as erratic and, uh, you know, indecisive in these moments as the young players. So I'm having a problem with that. I'm having a problem with that right now. Just what I say. But he'll have a chance to redeem himself. They'll play them a couple more times in Golden State, and he'll be in other big games with other top Western Conference teams. So we'll see how he matches up with them. But yeah, I'm a big Dylan Harper fan, and I know Dylan Harper and Castle is the future of the backcourt for this team. So Fox, if you want to stay with the Spurs, you're gonna have to show that your veteran presence is needed. You can't just be a talent anymore. We've seen other guards, go to that next level. Shea obviously has gone to that next level, but other guards who were once seen as your peers, Jalen Brunson, those guys, they've gone to another level than you. And so you need to stay healthy and you need to let that game slow down and control the game a little bit better, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.